Sorry, my last video went longer than expected. I have a tendency to talk. I am a talker, so you had to like shut me up. I would keep running and keep going like I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna just try to get straight to it and break down these 5 exercises that I displayed in my most recent video. Um, First one was the breathing test exercise, and so I chose that one because of the issue that I have with breathing, which I have seen improvement in throughout this last quarter. And so, and so, what this exercise does for me is it allows me to want to build my this capacity to sustain those for a longer period of time, and also it helps with phrasing, making sure that I gain enough breath support. That is the main reason why I chose this exercise, because I think breathing, like singing is air. You know what I'm saying? Like the sounds that we're creating is just basically air pushing through these vocal cords and create some sort of sound. But that air that's coming forth has to have the right breath support. So I think if any singer, no matter how great they may sound, the number one thing you will need to know is proper breathing. And so that is why I chose this particular exercise, so that one, it stretches me in a way to where I'm able to sustain those for a longer period of time. I'm able to also, like I said before, with phrasing. So if I have a phrase that requires me to, if I know I'm not going to get a breath for like 12 seconds, I need to be able to gather a breath that I know is going to last me for that entire phrase. And also, if I'm sustaining a note, that I'm able to constantly support and feed that note air. Like you said in class, like have that air like spinning. So this helps with that, just getting my body more comfortable with feeling how I'm supposed to breathe. You know what I'm saying? How to properly breathe while I sing, because I can breathe while I'm just sitting and chilling. But while I'm singing, adding an activity to that breathing, definitely there needs to be proper technique there. Going down to the straw exercise, I chose that one in particular because I know me, I've just been singing my whole life, but I never had any type of teaching or any technique. So I know I was just singing the only way I know, the only way I knew. But this straw exercise allows me to put my vocal folds in the optimal position that they are supposed to be in when I'm singing a certain note, whether it be in whichever register, whether it be in the head, the mix, or the chest area. I'm able to like lay my vocal cords in the right position to where it is to where it's much easier and it's not a strain on my voice. And so when I go to sing more, it's good to use that small straw, learning how to use a small amount of air, because then you also learn that it doesn't take much air, or as much air as you thought it did, to sing certain notes. When you get to certain places in your register, I would blow way too many times. That's just how I've been singing. But this straw exercise definitely helps me to reduce that and find where exactly, like how exactly my vocal cords are supposed to sit, how it's supposed to feel, and get comfortable with that feeling. Where is it sound resonating, and getting used to like, okay, so when I go here, like if I'm singing this note and I'm in my mix, it's supposed to resonate like in wherever area. You know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to resonate here or something like that. But I get used to understanding that feeling of where it's supposed to be. Next, I'm gonna go down to the mixed voice exercise. I choose that one because that is my dang, all of that was just what. Anyways, my mixed voice is definitely one of my weakest areas, because I don't like to hear myself sound bad. So when I get to that break, I instantly just instead of strengthening it, I kind of just flip to a either like a head voice or a falsetto, or I'll go and begin to belt or things like that. And so this mixed voice exercise allows me to explore that weaker area in my voice, to strengthen it, get used to understanding like where my sound is supposed to be resonating once I go up into you know, this as I go up into this like higher register of my voice, I would say. And so this mixed voice exercise allows me to one test that area, and I add I didn't do it in the video, but I add it sometimes, and I might actually incorporate it, but adding the froggy voice allows me to also keep my larynx down and understanding exactly, like teaching, well not understanding, but training my larynx to remain low so I have enough air to, you know, even, so I have more air coming through when I go for those notes that's in that like mixed area. And sheesh, my knees hurt. And so I think that was it for mixed. Yeah, strengthening that area and getting comfortable with that break, and then I even like pushing it, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta, once you get a good sound there, you know, like take it up a little higher, you know, because I thought when we originally started this exercise, I thought my break was a lot lower than what it actually came to, than when I actually found out where it was, and I was like, oh, okay. So, but it allows me to reach for higher notes while not having to build or overblow. The Alleluia exercise is a strong head voice, because I mean, my head voice is it's one of my favorites to use. I use it often simply because of the background of music that I've been singing majority of my life. And you get into like Temptations. I listen to the guys like David Ruffin or Ollie Wilson, guys that used to, you know, lead singers for these groups. And R&B back in the 90s, these guys used to go into like their falsettos and their head voice all the time, just to kind of show off, I guess, their range and things like that. So, and so me, that's an area that I like to incorporate in my singing, whether it be in worship or something like that. So, Alleluia is one that helps me continue to just like punch that area. And even there are, you know, those weaker areas, because as I was doing the exercise, I noticed like my head voice was kind of weak in this particular key. So I think constantly just working at it and constantly working at it, and the repetition of it will allow me to strengthen that area. And it's a good head, very, very good head voice exercise. It's one of my favorites actually. And then last but not least is the placement exercise. And I'm reaching 10 minutes. I told you I can be a talker. Placement, octave slide. That's another one of my favorites, simply because I get a little wild when I sing, and so I can place notes in the wrong area, which like gives me a bad sound at times. And so this placement exercise allows me to, I guess, kind of figure out where exactly, like, you know, the lower notes should be like, that air should be hitting the bottom of my front teeth. Higher notes should be shooting out of, you know, like up through my head, things like that. And so I think playing around with that exercise while using it for notes in whatever song that I might be singing will be very helpful. And like, okay, so when I'm right here, I might have to place this note here, or I see this is a little low, so I'm gonna have to go here for that. And it just gets me more familiar with like having a better sound, because when you place the note in the right area, you know, you get good resonance and overall better sound. So that is my breakdown of these exercises, and this video is just as long as the actual video of my exercises. But I chose these because they work for me in the areas that I know I'm my weak areas, basically. I wasn't just going to choose any 5 random exercises, but I wanted to choose something that fit my voice and what I know my voice is capable of doing, where I see my voice going, and things that I want to build within my voice to help me get to where I want to go. So, thank you for all of this. This has blessed me because for the last like 5 years, I've been trying to find like warm up routines to like work on that will help me. And I will go on YouTube and look at a whole bunch of stuff, but these right here are, I'm gonna stick with these for now, and we'll see what else we pick up along the way. So thank you for a wonderful quarter, and I'm signing out.